was a cool, calm, and peaceful evening on the island of Sodor. All was quiet on the Kirk Ronan branch line, as expected. He was from the mainland and was eager to please. He had worked on Sodor for a long time with his friends Colin and Lily. Though he had not met Colin and Lily in a very long time, he wanted to meet up. He was waiting in the signal box to get to his path. Just you wait. I can't wait to be a really useful engine once again. Adam was thinking of a lot of things. Very interesting, I thought. His path was his way. That's interesting, thought Adam as he made his way. He then popped out to a disused siding. He coupled up to the old friend and made his way through Vickerstown. He shot through Vickerstown Station, into the other side of Barrow. Ryan saw this. Wake up, guys! I just saw a new engine! It was an old one! Thomas? Thomas, wake up! Thomas! But Thomas was dozing. Ryan thought of whistling, but he wouldn't want to disturb the neighbors. Thomas! Shut up, Ryan, said Boko. Adam thought this was as funny as he made his way over the Vickerstown drawbridge. The visitor was an old brakeman that used to be a part of the... Adam made his way through Barrow. At Barrow Yards, Edward was talking to Mr. Starr and Mr. Zorro. Their new engine was almost complete. Will this engine be really useful? Edward was interested. Why, yes. Don't worry, Edward. This engine is a very enterprising engine indeed. No doubt about it. We cannot allow the secret to be out. But then at that moment, Adam arrived. Hello, guys. I'm here to be useful again. Thanks to be back. Adam! But we thought that you were on the mainland. Did Sir Topham call you in? I believe he did. I'll have to check the timetable. Yes, he was called in. But then the two noticed the brake van behind him. It was an old Western Wellsworth brake van. I don't believe it, said Mr. Starr. That's an old brake van from a long time ago, when you, Colin, and Lily worked here. It's shocking. I don't believe it. Nostalgia. But either way, it's time to present you all the new engine that we've been working on over the last year and a half. It was complicated design, but here he is. The engine long and... It was a bright red tank engine, similar shape to Bullet Ben, with royalty all over him. The engines were surprised. Who in the world is that? I've never seen an engine like that before. Who is his name and where did he come from? Ladies and gentlemen, said Mr. Starr, I'd like to present to you King George. Gordon didn't find him amusing. He'll be a show-off one day. Now you'll be a show-off, King, my dear Gordon. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Don't bother with me. I'm a royal engine. I used to work in the war. Ah, my old friend Edward. Pleased to meet you, my friend. Oh, it's so nice to see you again, my friend. Now, I guess I better get my vital systems checked. I guess so. Arrangements were made, and Edward was coupled to King George, headed to Crowman's Gate for final inspections and clearance before he was able to go back to the rails. Well, it was nice to meet you, old friend. Nice to be reunited. I think so, my dear Edward. Now, onwards and upwards to Crowman's Gate. I really want to be useful again. At least, is there war going on, Mr. Starr and Mr. Zorro? I'm afraid there is still, but they'll fill you in at the works. Yeah, it has to do with astrological beings and all that stuff. Nigel! Sorry, John. Either way, you must be going now, Edward. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Let's go, King. It was King George's note at Crowman's Gate. They had a lot to catch up about, but Edward told them about the Autobots and Decepticons fighting on the island of Sodor. King George was very surprised. I thought that was fantasy. At least that's what I last heard about. Well, you were in the war. On that, my friend. Both engines lapped as they made their way to Crowman's Gate in tow.